tore the target up, but that's not bad. So, it's a little gun, re-lubed up, so it's dieseling a bit. It was very dry when I got it, so dieseling a bit, but it's not bad at all actually for a 2.2. It's so old. But I'm going to put a good few more shots through it to bed it in. Now as I've adjusted the trigger, the sear wasn't catching properly, but now as I'll bed it in and try it again. But quite pleased with that. And above it you can see one of my Webley Mark III's, give you a rough idea of size difference between these two rifles. And you can see how the design obviously grew from this one, the Mark 1, with its fairly, really rather basic barrel over cylinder design, and then it evolved to the much more complex Webley Mark II service. Same basic thing, barrel over cylinder, but much more complex. The bolt drew the barrel back into the breech, whereas on this you rely on it just pressing on a small washer that's seated in here. And then the opening mechanism on this was a little top clip that you just slid backwards. See that there? That just slides back against the spring at the back. Obviously on the Webley it was held in place, on the Mark II service, held in place by the bolt. It's a much bigger, much heavier rifle, much more powerful. But yeah, quite a nice little gun. Really like this little Mark 1 actually, it's great fun to shoot. It's a lovely little thing. And it's not bad actually power wise now. I think now as it's bedding in, I've lubed it up a little bit. It was very dry inside. Yeah, nice little gun. On the Webley Mark 1, the other interesting thing to notice is Webley rifles are pretty much renowned for their standard of polishing and standard of bluing. If you look at a Mark III, the finish is absolutely superb. Polish is beautiful, bluing's really deep, really, really nice. Likewise, even the rifles made in the 80s were still beautifully finished. That longbow I've got, beautifully finished rifle. And even to a degree the Mark IIs, perhaps less so, but the Mark 1, if you look at the Mark 1, you'll actually notice that whilst the bluing's okay, the standard of polishing wasn't particularly high. If you look, you can see, I don't know if you can see it on here, but you can actually see the grains, if you like, of the steel. See these lines still running through it? And that's where the cylinder's been given just a rough buffing rather than a really, really deep polish. So it's not refinished. If you look at a lot of these, I've seen a few of these and photographs of them and whatnot, especially in Thrall's book. If you look at that, and online at various other people that have posted photos of their Mark 1s, you'll see that the polishing was a bit rough. They just got a very quick buffing. And then were blued, more like what you would expect on a sort of military rifle, where it was more of a practical process rather than a cosmetic finish. So if you buy one of these and you look at it and you think, you know, it's not gleaming and highly buffed up, what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. That was just the way they were. Like the BSAs, the very early BSA air rifles were the same. They were never gleaming, deeply polished rifles. They were just given a quick rough polish and then blued. It was more of a practical finish than a cosmetic approach to things. But even so, you know, that is it. This one here, it's really nice. It's got everything's on it. It shoots really well. I've just been outside shooting shooting a baked bean tin with it, trying to get the sight zeroed in, get used to it. And it is a lovely gun. These stocks are nice. I like this stock. It's very simple, but it's a chunky thing. Look how thick it is here. It's quite a chunky stock. Really, really nice. He thinks nearly 100 years old. It's made in between 1925 and 1932, I think it was, something like that. So, getting on for 100 years old. Fantastic. At least 90 years old. All of them. It's just a lovely, lovely gun. This, still not decided whether to just cut that off and try and re-tack the hole and helicoil it and whatnot, or whether to just leave it be. It's obviously been done a long, long time ago. So I am tempted just to leave it be, actually, as part of the gun's history. But I am in two minds. It obviously wasn't done by a collector, because you try and make the repair blend in with the rifle. So it's not a recent thing. That was done when someone's been using this rifle for shooting all the time. It's been a treasured air rifle that's been used. But even so, great little flight. I'm really, really made up with this thing. Since I've had it, I've put a fair few shots through it. I re-lubed it up. It's still dieseling quite badly. So I'm still getting a good few flyers on it, but that'll get better as I shoot it more. And I've already put a heck of a lot of shots through it, to be fair, since I've had it. It's a great little thing. Really, really nice. Just sits so nicely. The sights are great on it. It's a bit basic, and it's so well balanced. The balance is superb. Really nicely balanced. The balance is excellent on it. So yeah, great little gun.